Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today is finally hump day, where the waning work week meets the waxing weekend as we sit down to watch the Viper, playing as the Spanish in yellow, take on MbL, playing as the Malay in blue. Now while the players herd their herdables, explore their immediate surroundings with scouts and with pepperonis, and try to get their butts up to Feudal Age ASAP, why don't we take a look at the Civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now, the Spanish are a paramilitary civilization that, man, oh man, does it love its gunpowder units. Spanish gunpowder units fire 18% faster, and their unique unit is the Conquistador, a heavy-hitting, less accurate mounted hand cannoneer that comes with more HP but less range. Now, in order to help you defend these costly units on the battlefield, Spanish can train missionaries, which are basically mounted monks with less range, but also can't pick up relics. Now, the Spanish can also upgrade both their monks and missionaries to convert enemy units faster, and can upgrade their missionaries to have a small +1 range boost. Now, to support their military-industrial complex, Spanish villagers do construct structures 30% faster than normal. Their blacksmith upgrades cost no gold, and they get 20 gold for every technology that's researched. So I'm going to have fun trying to catch the top left of our screen. When the Viper researches Loom, you'll see his 100 gold will go down to 50. And then when Loom is complete, he'll get 20 of it back, going back up to 70. Now, why did I call the Spanish a paramilitary civilization? Because let's take a look at their villagers, who can actually be upgraded to get a massive 40 extra HP, +2/+2 armor, and a +6 attack boost, which together, when combined with the Sapper's upgrade, makes their villagers amazing at taking down buildings, castles, towers, and even walls in the later stages of the game. Now, pivoting to the eastern part of the map, where I guess I had this Piggly Wiggly highlighted the entire time. I didn't even notice, my goodness. The Malay, a naval civilization that comes with a few late-game land features that are incredibly powerful. To start with, their battle elephants become progressively cheaper as the game goes on, 30% cheaper in Castle Age, 40% cheaper in Imperial. They get all infantry armor upgrades for free, so if we're lucky, I'll catch the top right of our screen when MbL goes up to Feudal, Castle, and Imperial. The middle bottom squares here will light up, and their militia line units can be upgraded to cost only food, no gold. So while the Malay don't actually get champions, this upgrade, when combined with supplies, essentially turns their two-handed swordsmen into fairly cheap trash units that only cost 65 food. Now, lastly, to help them raid their opponent, to overwhelm them, and literally, I mean overwhelm them, the Malay can turn to their unique unit, the Karambit Warrior. This is an incredibly cheap, super fast, but overall kind of weak infantry unit that only takes up half a population space. So if you get 50 of them, they only take up 25 population room. Now, to help you get these late game features as fast as possible, these bonuses, upgrades, etc., the Malay do advance to the next age 66% faster than normal, which means you can either rush to the next age, or you can take a little bit of a breather, take it slow, take it sleazy, take it easy, as a friend of mine from university would say. Build up your economy and then rush and catch up to your opponent who is going up to the next age. Now, both players at 17 villages of pop. It looks like the Viper is about to discover where our Malay is located, as our Malay pushes his second or third ibex with those redonkulously long horns and has no clue where his opponent is. Although, take a look at MbL scouting. That's a good chunk of the map that he's scouted there on his side. Good time for us to take a little peek. Oh, by the way, the Viper has queued Loom, I'm assuming, behind this. Oh, he cancels it. Oh, he queues it up behind Feudal. Oh, you Viper. I was about to show the people what I meant by the Spanish getting 20 gold back for every technology. We'll see that the second they hit Feudal. So before that happens, let's take a quick look at the bases. Primary gold for our Spaniard, nice and secure in the back. Primary stone as well, by the way. Additional pile of stone. I like the location of these three resources. Additional gold, additional stone, a little bit away from the town center, but also not terrible locations. Forest, yuckity yuck. Very far away from the town center, with the exception of this one forest, which is pretty damn close. The other three, it looks like, in the north, northeast, and southeast position are very, very far away. So the Viper's base here, essentially an open base. And speaking of open bases, MbL, who looks like he has only 3 forests, 1, 2, 3. I'm pretty sure the Viper had 4. Although maybe the computer RNG doesn't count this one as a fourth. He has 1, 2, 3 in the north and a bit of a cap shape here. But let's take a look. Primary gold, a little bit off the beaten track, not really in the attack path, but annoyingly placed on a hill. Same for the stone all the way to the south. Additional gold to the front, additional stone to the back, and additional gold very much to the front. So in terms of bases, very much in favor of the Viper here, although not anything crazy or insurmountable. So take a look. He's down to 50 gold. He's getting looms, so in 8 seconds, that'll go up to 70. And then once double bid axe completes, it'll go up to 90, 70, and there's 90. And all of a sudden, the Viper, having researched 2 technologies, is back up to his, almost back up to his starting 100 gold. And speaking of that, the Malay not very far behind his opponent, going up on the back of 22 villagers. It does take them about 52 seconds, not about, exactly 52 seconds quicker uptime to go to Feudal, which means you can train 2 villagers in that time. Villagers taking, of course, 25 seconds to train. A bunch of houses here being placed, so no rhyme or reason for what the hell is going on in the Malay base. To be honest, no rhyme or reason what the hell's going on in the Spanish base either. Maybe these players realizing that their bases are ridiculously open. I was about to say redonkulous, but I feel like saying it twice in the same cast, especially only minutes apart, is going to make me sound a bit like a broken record. Although those of you who have watched my casts before, and there's that glitch at the 10-minute mark, those of you who've watched the casts before, have listened to me ramble on endlessly, know I am nothing but a broken record, and I will repeat myself like Howard Hughes. But the wave of the future. So if you haven't seen that, that is a reference to the movie The Aviator with Leonardo DiCaprio. Back when he was, I think, the same age as the women he likes to date, which is mid-20s, I want to say. Maybe late, maybe early 30s. No one has killed anyone just yet. We've got 2 spearmen zoning out each other's, or rather the opposing player's scout cavalry units. A bit of a poke, so first HP poke here going to the Viper, who is now heading to the other side of the base. And we've got yet another crocodile situation where the right eye wants to look at the Malay base, the left eye wants to look at the Spanish base. Can he get into these berries? No, he cannot, but he does have an archer here. So what do you guys think? Should I focus on the left? Should I focus on the right? I'm going to focus on the left because there's an archer here, which is going to make it a little bit more difficult to defend in terms of where I expect the first kill to be. Although, wait a second, this wood line is pretty far. The Viper here might decide to take on a spearman. He does have 4 scouts. They are at perfect HP, almost. But the presence of a second spearman here might dissuade him from doing that. It looks like the Viper himself has abandoned the pretty yellow lemon bushes here with the pretty blue butterflies. Has he discovered the backwards? No, I mean, he's seen the lumber camp, so MbL must know that there's lumberjacks here. Okay, maybe no one's going to get the first kill. So far, both players just kind of circling each other. I say circling. These 2 spearmen are taking a bit of a breather, letting the archer... And of course I missed. Of course I missed the kill. I either didn't see... Oh, no. So he discovered, much to his chagrin, that there was a forest here, approaches the forest, dies... And then yours truly either didn't see it happen on the screen or will have seen that in picture. But in any event, the Rambo prize, the John Rambo First Blood prize here going to the Viper in this game at the 14 or so minute mark of the game, as he now returns home with his scouts. Where are they? No, they're up here. Looks like they took a bit of a fight and they got another kill that I missed. No, that's the tiger. Looks like they did get another kill, or was that the tower? You guys have 1 kill? No, 0 kills. Okay. Tower has 0 kill. Scouts have 0 kills. Villagers have 0 kills. Spearmen have 0. Was it the town center? What the hell got the archer? Oh, you know what? He's got a few skirmishers out. There they are. Okay. Look, eventually, by process of elimination, 6 hours later, I will discover who got that second kill that I missed. Although I remember just seeing a skirmisher with the very tip of my eye. It looks like our Spaniard, with these quicker constructing Spanish villagers, knows and sees that his opponent's woodlines are ridiculously far away from the town center, and so decides to lame them because they are thin and they are exposed. And now, oh man, the villagers have really nowhere to go unless they want to run the gauntlet of Spanish army here. And with 3 skirmishers, he should be able to zone away and double shot these spearmen. Although the spearmen do close in on the minimum range. And there we go. We caught the 3rd kill, but again, I missed another kill. I do apologize. Okay, it wasn't the towers. No, it wasn't these. It must have been the scouts. Yeah, the scouts finally rack up 1 kill. I do apologize. In any event, I'm going to stop talking about the things I missed and start focusing on what's happening on the screen as these, again, these Malay spearmen are kind of just hanging out. As are these villagers. MbL is, okay, this might be a relatively short game here. MbL's in a bit of a state of shock. Oh, he does manage to finally get a few kills, I think. I hope, for his sake. These skirmishers are donezo. Spearmen gun them down, but yet again, the Viper doesn't go down easy. He takes a spearman of the opponent with him. He still does have a tower here, the Malay tower to the on top of the hill here. Another tower. So where is our Malay going to get wood right now? I mean, he's trying to jack lumber over here, which is really annoying because the more you don't focus on them, the more you micro somewhere else. For example, an army that's being attacked by Mother Nature, the more they're just gonna keep walking into the path of that tower, getting pushed off that lumber line. And MbL is here with 4 times the army count of his opponent. He's ahead in villagers. He's ahead in army count. Let's see what he can get done here. The Viper is trying to go up to Castle Age because he's got 500 food. Oh no, but he bought 200 stone. Oh, sneaky, sneaky Viper doesn't want MbL to do to him what he did to MbL. And on top of that, the cherry on the sundae is he gets to defend with 2 towers the entire attack here out of this Feudal Age army, which is can't really do much against towers. Who's kidding who? And now it has to back away. Now, if MbL wanted to take a risk, the Viper made a small, perhaps, oversight, I want to say, or perhaps it's intentional. The towers don't cover each other, so there is still this dead space of murder holes, dead space on both of them. So if MbL is feeling adventurous, if he wants to poke in there and try maybe to take a little bit of HP off of these archers, he can park his archers down here. Now, I guess the Viper will attack them with the villagers, but the archers might take a few villagers to hell with them. Who knows? Archers attacking archery range. These guys are just in awe of how beautiful Spanish architecture is, so they're just kind of hanging out underneath the mill there. Now he pivots over here, but the placement of the tower is actually pretty damn good here. And so the archers can't even engage into this wood line. Oh, man. And yet again, MbL 6 idle villagers. Both players are heading up to Castle Age. Our Malay light years ahead. And by light years, I mean about a minute. He does on paper have more villagers. Both of them have serious idle counts right now. The Viper with 9 idle villagers. MbL, okay, now he's down to 1. So he's relocated here to the south. Oh, the Viper. The Viper's unrelenting. He's being so annoying. Everyone loves talking about how the Viper is a very defensive player. He likes to turtle up, macro, get his economy up and running. But man, oh man, when he wants to put on pressure, can he be annoying? His game sense is absolutely incredible. So when he figures out where to poke, there's a mining camp here? Interesting. Out in the middle of nowhere. He's going after his secondary stone, even though his primary is secure. Although there are a few of these Malay archers here. And there's just the mini-map's just a jumble of chaos right now. Archers say, we're too cool to attack this villager as they walk right by him. I mean, so far, the theme of this game, if a game can have a theme, is units not really doing what they're supposed to be doing. Villagers are not gathering resources. Military is not attacking. They're hanging out underneath mills, having a joint with each other, chilling. Finally, we're getting a bit of action here with these units. 12 kills to 16, although MbL's killed 5 of the Viper's villagers. Does lose 2 scouts here to the north of these barracks. And now both players are in Castle Age. MbL still has 4 times the army count. He's now ahead 20% in villagers. And on top of that, the Viper has 14 idols. A third of his economy is idle, while MbL is still ahead 8 villagers. Things are not looking good here for the Viper. Although it does manage to catch these now crossbowmen and clears up the pressure. Although, was it really pressure? This tower placement, I'm gonna forget what I said about being an oversight. That was a fantastic tower placed. Kept this entire wood line safe. And this is still up. And this is still up. MbL's got one area to Jack Lumber, and man, oh man, is he defending it. 3 crossbows, a spearman, and a knight. He does not want any more shenanigans out of the Viper, who now moves forward with his scouts. Not light cavalry, not yet. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then his gold will also go up from 125 to 145 because this is a technology that he's researched. Man, are the Spanish annoying to deal with in the earlier stage of the game. Now, is that 20 gold a lot in the later stage of the game? Absolutely not. But when you've got 7 villagers on gold, man, oh man, is 20 gold pretty damn good, especially if you're going to research certain technologies anyway. What the man? 1 HP on this villager. He should not be venturing north. We'll keep an eye on that villager. But as I was saying, the Viper, all of these high elo players, man, oh man, when they find where to press, they press. And the fact that he was going to lame, attempted lame this other woodline is hilarious. Now, MbL does have a big, fat, juicy forest here. This is 7,200 wood. All he needs to do is send 1 ram here. Does he have a siege workshop? No, he does not. He's got the prerequisite with the blacksmith. And let's see, the players have disengaged here at the 27-minute mark of the game. Kill count now, the Viper's ahead in total kills, but MbL still has 6 villagers killed on his notch, on his belt. Monk moves forward, decides better, sees those 2 knights, and MbL's being very cocky with these knights. These are not Frankish knights with extra line of sight. These are basic knights who are about to get converted. Did I get too excited? I got too excited. Oh god, does he have no husbandry on these guys just yet? Actually, do the Malay get husbandry? Yeah, I think they get, yeah. They get no bloodlines is what I'm thinking. Yeah, there you go at the top right, no bloodlines. So picking off a tiger is our Malay, who now secures the south of the map. Interesting castle placement. Not really much here to secure. Doesn't really cover the gold. It is an avenue of attack into his base, and he can't really place it in the center because the Viper not only has vision of the center, but also has that annoying tower, and somehow these towers are still up. I think I've told you guys this before. My eyes, when the mini-map is like this, it wreaks havoc on my visual, spatial, whatever you want to call it, because I just keep, my eyes keep coming back to these yellow structures, and for a brief millisecond, my mind wonders, is that something new? And then I have to remind myself, no, it's not. It's still the tower that went up, and it's still the tower that went up. But MbL, look at this. A spine of outposts to the north. What is he planning here? His map vision, by the way, is so far fantastic. Let's take a look at these crossbows on their upgrades. No armor at all, just range and attack. So both players kind of, again, a bit of a slow, relaxed game out of both players. I'm very curious to see what the APM will be at the end of the day. We're 30 minutes in. The kill count in total is less than 50. The Viper finally managed to pick off a villager of MbL's. I don't know if it was a military unit or one of these towers that keeps playing, wreaking havoc on my eyeballs. And the Viper is just kind of hanging back. He's down only 5 villagers now. He is housed. Uh-oh, that's not good. Is he putting down nor? Oh, he's just now starting to build a house. Oh, that is so sour. That's going to take him a good 25 seconds of being housed, which is the last thing you want to be right now, especially when your opponent has almost triple the army count and is still ahead 5 villagers. Now MbL saw this knight force coming from a mile away. Why? Because he's got outposts. Okay. And yet again, we have a situation of an army just hanging out, just not really doing much. I think 5 spearmen should be able to engage into this. If the Viper decides to take that fight, oh, unnecessary pokage here as they run by. Now they're pikemen right underneath our very nose. Oh, you got to be careful. You're running into monks, and bye-bye to 2 of these pikemen. Oh, did I call it wrong again? Did I call it wrong again? The reaction time, fantastic there out of MbL. Oh, no, but the Viper chases. And one gets converted. Did he use both monks? No, he used 1 monk. He's going to try to convert the other one. Does get it. Okay, so I made the right call. I just didn't make the call at the right time. And there another army just hanging out, doing nothing. Crossbows racking up 11 kills, 4 of them villagers. Our Spaniard with devotion wants to make it harder for his opponent to convert his units. Oh, the light cav are chasing the monks, but the monks abscond into the town center. And the Viper going for a very aggressive castle drop here with no fewer than 12 villagers. Remember, the Spanish build everything 30% faster. So the pressure begins anew, and yet again, we're in a crocodile situation. Karambits move in. Although against 2 towers, not too sure how much damage they're going to get done, especially with a knight here to help out. Although he's pretty badly injured. Again, army hanging out in the middle of nowhere. So MbL is trying to get as many villager kills with these crossbows. He did lose a few of them here. And yeah, the Karambits. You can't send in 4 Karambits to do anything. They're just not that kind of unit. They need quantity, quantity, quantity. The pikemen try to get the mangonel. The castle has other plans as the villagers repair it. Yeah, in case you were wondering, that tower is still here. This tower is still here. MbL is literally sandwiched to the north, to the east, and to the west. The only thing missing is the south, which I guess explains why he was expanding to the south. No extra kills for these crossbows just yet as a force of more crossbows moves forward. How is the Malay archer line, by the way? I think it's pretty freaking good for foot archers, right? It's basically pristine. I think they're just missing cav archer upgrades. No heavy cav archers, no Parthian tactics. But in terms of foot archers like crossbows, they get them all. But, you know, they don't get special protection against scorpions, which are... already looks like, no, who got that kill then? It must have been the knight. Oh, and he chases, the Viper has seen this castle, so he knows not to chase any further. And yet again, another poke. So MbL sending little small squadrons all over the map. And let's take a look at what's going on, because there's a lot of blinking lights all of a sudden. Looks like a villager on outpost construction duty gets destroyed by these knights. Converted pikemen attacking his former team's outpost. Tower still attacking the lumber camp. Tower still attacking a house that's still going up as the Viper pushes in yet again, but now he's pushing into a castle, crossbows, and a town center. Pikemen going on the wrong side of the gold there. Looks like MbL's entire army to the north and the south of the Viper's base has been cleared up, which is unfortunate for him, but does make it easier for us as the observers. Okay, this is finally enough Karambits to kill a mangonel. Whether or not it's enough to kill 2 full health knights, I don't know. Oh, definitely not underneath a castle. Our Malay is in Imperial. The Viper is nowhere close. Will he double down in castle? Will he push his economy? He's now down only 2 villagers. And if we're looking at active villagers, he's actually ahead MbL with 9 or 8 idols. And now a whole bunch of dead. Now the Viper, for the first time at the 40-minute mark of the game, takes the villager lead, as he loses a whole bunch of knights here. Conquistadors are out. Only 3 of them, 2 here. What is going on in this game? We are having multiple battlefronts with small, tiny groups of units. And I am here for it. This is just micro on full display. We've got Trebs out, Treb. Says he's got 2. Where is the second? I don't know why it took me here. It must be down south. Oh my god, a very exposed... MbL basically says, come at me, bro. Come at me. What are you going to do? Not exactly a Cataparuto Treb that's going to pack up 4 times faster, but there you go. A Treb out in the middle of nowhere. A second Treb joins this one, so this castle's in trouble. Doesn't look like the Viper is very interested in repairing it, even though he's got 1,000 stone, which he mined right in front of the Malay base. He's 1 minute and 50 seconds away from Imperial himself. I mean, I kind of like that the players are going for this army composition, assuming they keep him up, because I want to see Spanish Paladins and I want to see Malay Arbalests. And I want to see them battling. And what did you expect would happen if you have a Treb completely out in the middle of nowhere? I wonder if the whole point of this was a distraction, because take a look at this. The Viper's castle is down. One of the Trebs, please, for the love of Microsoft, gun down this tower here. Oh yeah, baby. Here we go. Finally. It took 40 minutes, but he's doing it. Chemistry being researched before the Arbalest upgrade. Now, I don't think the Malay get hand cannoneers. 180 population for our Malay. MbL is housed again. Okay. They are interesting. It's enough to one-shot these light cavalry. And now they're on the high ground as well. As long as he can evade these ballista bolts and no... Drop a castle in my face, why don't you? Oh no, but you're competing with the Spanish for quickest construction crews. Okay, this one's down. Now go after this one. Come on. Where are the trebs? Again, army idle. Again, army idle. Maybe are these players... This may have been like the last game they played at night. Supremacy. Let's take a look at the villager stats as that technology gets 5, 4, 3. Let's see the roided villagers. Boom, 80 HP, 9 attack. Look at the bonus against buildings. Oh no, he doesn't have sappers just yet. Okay, never mind. So it's still just at a 3. It hasn't jumped to 18, I think. But look at that armor, 3, 4, and our Malay abandons this project. Decides to build his castle on a cemetery a little bit in the middle of the map. Karambit's doing okay, this is a good use for 4 Karambits. To start attacking and raiding. This is exactly why I call them a raiding unit. Even though, you know, there are better raiding units out there. I mean, this guy's just taking crossbow bolts to the face, and he wins because he's a Spanish supremacy villager. Halberdier, arbalest, iron casting. Okay, MbL. Both players sitting on a huge amount of gold. Has MbL finally conglomerated his army? No, there's still a treb here. Okay, he is moving forward, and he is finally... Oh, I bet you wish you had a 100% accurate trebuchet. Unless he is attacking the palisades. What the hell's he attacking here? I don't know what he's attacking. Okay, there we go. He's attacking the tower with absolute terrible accuracy. I forget what the accuracy of a treb is against a 1-tile unit structure. I know the Britons with Warwolf can have 100% accuracy, but against units. I don't know what I think it's like 85%, I want to say. Somebody out there who has Spirit of the Law level knowledge, let me know. But here we go. We're building big old endgame armies here. Spanish cavaliers, conquistadors, monks are going to take on halberdiers and arbalests. Finally getting husbandry. Why is he getting husbandry? Oh, OMG, ladies and gentlemen. You know what these 3 stables might mean with husbandry and scale barding armor? Our Malay is an Imperial. His elephants are 40% off. And the Viper is building skirmishers. This might be the oh, there it is. Elite battle elephant. The Viper doesn't know what's about to hit him. This is about to go very badly here for our Spaniard. Although I guess he does have 9. He does have 9 cavaliers, but he's going full on skirmishers. Was this all a feint? MbL lately has been just the master of trapping. 16 elephants. Okay, let's see the Viper's vision of this. Oh, he might see the elephant if it waddles through the castle. No, he doesn't see it yet. Oh my god, where the hell were these trebs going? Why were they here? He still doesn't see the elephants. Where are they? They're huddled next to the castle. They are now elite. Oh my god, and he's getting devotion. So they're going to be harder to convert. He's going to have blast furnace, and there they go. They pop out of the ether. In they waddle at a massive movement speed of 0.97 tiles per second. And the Viper, he has amassed a good quantity of cavaliers here. And to be fair, I mean, I'm laughing at the skirmishers. Number 1, they are wrecking the arbalests, and number 2, if there's ever a battle elephant you want to fight with skirmishers, it is the Malay battle elephant. Oh, look at that row of cavaliers smushed. And why do I say that? Because take a look at the top right of your screen. If you can peel your eyes off of this gorgeous unit for a second, the Malay are missing the last 2 cavalry armor upgrades. That's the exchange. I said in yesterday's video, nothing is ever free in Age of Empires. You don't get a 40% discount on elephants unless there's a negative that comes with that. And the negative in this case is missing the last armor upgrades, which means that these elephants, no bloodlines, so no 320 HP, and no armor. The Viper is trying to make a last stand here. I'm assuming a last stand. He's got no army. He's got skirmishers. In come the elephants. They waddle slowly, but they are going to catch up. These are not Lithuanian skirmishers, which means they actually move slower than these elephants. And in they come. Oh, they're entering a choke point. Oh no! Why are the elephants not attacking? What is happening this game? Oh, that's what's happening this game. MbL. Oh, mama. That was a fun last minute tech switch. Now, question to you. Do you think he was just absolutely toying with the Viper with a Halberdier Arbalest combination? And this was an emergency preparation? And then the second he saw all the skirmishers, he said, you know what? Forget that. I'm just going to go balls to the wall elephants. Or was this the game plan all along? Okay, Viper here in the very far northern reaches of Westeros, mining that lumber, jacking that lumber. Oh, and he's, you know why? That's a good move for him because he's got to run the hell away from this lumber line with these halberdiers coming in. Now, the halberdiers aren't going to kill these villagers, but they sure as shit are going to activate their fight or flight mechanic, and villagers don't fight, they flight. Even Spanish villagers do not automatically fight. Maybe that should be a feature of supremacy where they start behaving like military as well, whereas if a unit attacks them, they don't run away, they fight. But forget the villagers. Who cares about the villagers? We've got the chunky, gray, wrinkly, butted elephants here. And man, oh man, that was a fun last-minute tech switch. MbL has just been making these crazy moves, and I love it. Tower finally down. Tower finally down. My OCD still very much here. And with those elephants, MbL takes the show. 49 Cavaliers. Yeah, for the majority of them, they were knights, I think, but Cavaliers nonetheless. Arbalest for the majority of the game were crossbows, but yeah, not the highest. I mean, this is a pretty high APM, but it's not the highest APM. Towards the end of the game, towards the beginning of the game for the Viper, let's take a look at the stats. The economy must be much bigger for Malay. No, it isn't. Looks like he had 3 relics to 2, but based on the numbers, he kind of got the 3rd relic very, very late. Or maybe the Viper just got his first 2 really, really early. I'm surprised that the economies are so similar. This is what, 4,000 or 5,000 difference? Less than 10%. A little bit more wood, a little bit more food, a lot more gold, but he's down about 1 castle's worth of stone. But the gold, wow. And remember, the Malays with their 40% discount don't really need that much gold as other elephant civilizations who pay full freaking price. Conversion's only 4, so the monk play was fun for a while. He got a few pikemen, but at the end of the day, not really anything special to write home about. Our Malay destroyed 22 buildings. Our Spaniard crushed 13. And let's take a look at the villager kill count at the end of the day. Oh, mama, look at that villager kill count, 67. So the Viper, probably wanting to spend his food on Cavaliers, has to instead spend it on, pardon me, villagers. Sorry, I hiccuped there in the middle of my sentence. I got so excited, I gulped in some air, and it just made me hiccup. Yeah, the Viper probably would have wanted to spend this 40... what is this about? Now, let's be simple. 40 villagers, what is that, 2,000 food? Probably would have wanted to spend that 2,000 food on Cavaliers at this point. And he is just overwhelmed by the elephants. And even though MbL on the whole got fewer military kills, yeah, doesn't really matter because he is here. The Viper's army is completely ineffective against this. And what an absolute bonkers game. I hope I can catch all of the little mini battles that were going on around the map endlessly from the very first minutes of the game. And I still don't know what the hell is going on with all this idle military everywhere. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. We got to see that massive engagement. I think you can still see the row of dead Cavaliers here. And man, did the Viper get completely maybe not surprised, because it's kind of like when you're playing against the Burgundians. You should always have in the back of your mind that it's a possibility that all of a sudden 180 Flemish militiamen are just going to show up at your borders, knocking, demanding entry into your rich settlement. But it did seem like the Viper was surprised, because he was still training skirmishers. And let's see what he was training right before he died. Pikemen. Okay. So there you go. The Spanish with a pristine infantry line. He's getting pikemen. He's still 20 seconds away from Blast Furnace. Not too sure Blast Furnace was really a necessity. I would have maybe saved those resources, try to go up to Halberdier, because why do I say that? Because really for pikemen and halbs, it's really the bonus attack against elephants that matters. It's not really the extra +2 attack is nice, especially against the Malay, which again are missing armor. They only have 2 melee armor. but it really is this attack bonus: War Elephant 25, and then on top of that, Cavalry 22. So 47 extra damage to this unit, which has both cavalry and elephant armor. So, you know, what's an extra 2 attack when you're already dealing 47 damage? And then that's going to jump up to even more. It's going to jump up to what? Oh my God, I'm going to embarrass myself here. Probably like 70? Just under 70, maybe? Once they hit halberdiers, if my math is probably wrong. But in any event, MbL's just been doing this recently. I'm so excited to keep watching games of his. Number one, MbL, if you ever hear this, watch this, learn about this video, please stop getting housed. He was housed at the 180 mark, but the Viper here was housed even worse earlier on in the game, and he was just building houses way too late. But doesn't really matter. Nothing really game changing. But yeah, MbL, if you're watching this, if you hear about this, we absolutely love all these little surprises and tricks that we are getting to see out of you. And with that surprise slash trick slash side hustle of elephants here, it is our Malay who swarms over, even though kill count, he only killed about 100 army to the 180 that the Viper killed. So the Viper did kill more army, but not surprising when you're going crossbows against knights, when you're going arbalests against skirmishers, halberdiers against skirmishers. I mean, these skirmishers must have a pretty good kill count. Yeah, 19 kills is pretty damn good for a couple of skirmishers. But ultimately, this elephant just proved a bit too much. Fully upgraded, even for all the good that means for the Malay, but it is fully upgraded. I was so confused when I saw husbandry, but now it's all is revealed, as Apocalypse said in that really shitty X-Men movie. All is revealed, and with that revelation and with the elephant that popped out of the ether, it is our Malay MbL who takes this game. But GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.